YouTube? Eric DIY here with another great review for you. Today we're going to review the BestGlory Gaming Chair. After almost 10 years of my current gaming chair, I wanted to buy a new one. The old one's kind of having the faux leather rip and everything like that. Not only that, but I wanted to upgrade my chair for what I want to do with it. I'm kind of tired of the racing style chair, so I wanted to go with this one because it has movable armrests. You can get them out of the way because I want to play guitar and stuff in my office. This one seemed to be very highly rated. It holds up to 300 pounds. It has an ergonomic design, padded neck support, supportive back design, and lumbar support. And I think I'll sit back in it more, seeing that's built more like a chair, not a racing chair. It has an upgraded cushion. Looks pretty good. Has individual spring packs, and it's sponge-like material around those spring packs. I like that it does, or it's supposed to recline, and then the caster is at 360 degrees, so they should be pretty good. There's an angle adjustment on it, and again, it should recline back to 135 degrees. I'm gonna open up the box, and we're gonna see what's inside the box. Got the part that you sit on, the back. These are the handles right there and there. We have the base, which is the thing that lets it go up and down. It comes with these tools, and it's nice to see that they give you a hex wrench, but like as if with a handle and everything. It's not a cheap one. It's actually a pretty nice one. The screws look like they have Loctite on them. I want to probably Loctite it maybe a little bit more if possible, because on my old gaming chair, the screws were starting to come loose after a couple years. And then over there, that's the whole bottom with the wheels. The pleather material that comes with it's actually really nice. The stitching seems really good. I didn't say loose threads, but this is a handle, and the seats are made of the same thing. I'm gonna build the base first over there. This is the gas cylinder. We're gonna need that too. 5 legs. We're gonna put them in on top of here. Actually, it goes over that. And then we're gonna get some screws. Kind of tells you what this is. This is the armrest bolts. They have spare parts if you need it. These are the tilting bolts, so that's gonna go on the base. This is the base bolt, so that's the ones we're gonna use on those legs, and there should be 10 of those. But it's nice to see that they give you some extras too, as spares, just in case you have a problem. And there's 2 holes, 2 screws. They have 2 types of hexes here. They have a long one and a short one. So start them by hand. I'm gonna have to do this with all 5 legs. Tool they give you is very easy to work with. It's a lot better than just having a normal metal little hex wrench. So, okay. All right, 4 more to go. There were directions. They were just with the seat cushion. So it's all right here. They tell you everything right here. And they also give you a warranty card. It has a warranty of 5 years. This seat base, it's a lot bigger than what I thought. I kind of like that. It's going to give you some room when you sit on this thing. All underneath the seat base, it says front and has an arrow. And on the cushion, it does too. So you want to make sure that you're going the right way. Then there's just 4 screws that we're going to screw in. I'm going to loosely put in all 4 screws, and then we'll tighten them down. We got 4 of these. It seems to be really well lined up. So in other words, it's not your typical cheap gaming chair where like some of the screw holes are a little off. I'm really happy with the construction quality of this so far. We haven't had any strip screws or anything like that. Everything seems to be pretty good here. We got the tensioner right here, and then the base is going to go in here. Next step we have to do is the armrests. You can see the holes right here. They're pretty easy to find. Just make sure that you have the inside, which has the grid pattern, and it's going to go like this. Remember that the front is this way. So if you put this way, that isn't going to work. But that way, it's not going to work. So I need the other one for this side. So make sure you know which way is the front. 2 bolts, and they just go right in the hole. But keep them loose until you tighten them down for a final time. So we have our base there. I'm gonna put this little hole right near the tensioner on top of the gas cylinder. And then push it down. There you go. Just to double check, when you sit in the chair, before you put the back on, your adjustment should be on the right here, so just do that. Last step, you got 2 screws on each side, and we're going to install the back, and it just goes on the upper portion of this chair. So if we loosen up those bolts a little bit, we'll get this on there a little bit better. It's 2 bolts right here through the plastic of the handle. We're going to loosen up the side here a little bit to get that chair in there a little bit better. So you might want to leave them loose, and I saw someone said this in the reviews. Bottom screws first, and it's underneath here, underneath where it tilts. Pretty easy. And now this one. Again, there's a hole right underneath this thing where you put the screw. I'll rock this up now. and just line up that other screw hole with the back here on both sides. Finally, it's just one more screw on each side. You just have to line it up and get it in there first. So this is the last screw you'll have for the what they call the armrest bolts. But we do have to tighten up all 8 of them after we get everything lined up and in. I also like that they padded the handles, because my old gaming chair, I had to buy these cheap Temu like memory foam ones because it was like a rubberized plastic, if you will. Okay, it's got a wide base. I like that. There's room on the side still, even though my butt's on it. If we reach over here and we lift this thing up and we're on it, it's gonna go down. If we get up and lift that thing up, it's gonna go up. That's how you adjust the chair. This is as high as it goes. I like my chair typically low, so I'm not feeling too bad about this. The handles, that's why I got this different model than a racing chair one. They go up, and that's because I'm a musician. So when I play guitar, I can actually use this and not be interacting with any armrests. But they also go down pretty simple for gaming, because I do like them if I'm flying on the flight simulator or whatever. And it rolls pretty easy. Look at that. On into the Christmas tree. Okay. I can feel the lumbar support better than my racing gaming chair, because the back comes right against your back. So like you can lean back still, but you're getting that support where I wasn't getting that before. I've had hip pain, so I'm hoping that this kind of solves it. Because it seems like it's not going to be all on my waist anymore, all the weight. It's going to be on the back again. I also like that the handles are back a little bit and not forward, because I'd always be sitting like this on my old gaming chair that I'm going to replace this with. So I like that. We can sink back, flight simming, we got our controls, we have lots of area. It feels less confined. So, but again, I'm going to put this in my office. We're going to try this out, and I'll give you my impressions after. Quick update, I've had this chair now for about a month and a half, and it's been fantastic. No stitching has come loose. It's been very comfortable. My hip pain is gone. Totally gone. And that's why I knew the old one was kind of getting bad. It was kind of either probably leaning too much on the side of my hip or whatever. But this chair has been amazing. Again, no quality control issues, no nothing. So let's go pros and cons. Pros. It's very supportive of the back and the lumbar support. I like that the handles are here, or that you can move them out, and that is a big pro. So metal construction on the bottom, really well built chair. Possible cons in the future. I'd say that the wheels on the bottom, they're just kind of plastic, the actual caster wheels. Would be nice to have metal. Obviously at this price point, you're not gonna see that. This is more of a value gaming chair. They have not broken, they have not had any problems. I'm just saying in the future, you get what you pay for, you know what I mean? They're plastic. The gas lift over time, you never know about that either. That's usually what goes on these chairs. You can always buy a new gas cylinder. This one's been amazing. I haven't had any problems with that. It's just fine, supports everything fine. But this chair overall is actually more comfortable than the racing game style I had for almost 10 years. So I really like it. I like leaning back. You can adjust this to go as back as much as you want. You can kind of rock in it. I've napped in it a little bit. Overall, as of now, after using it for at least a month and a half, basically daily, I don't think there's many days where I haven't sat in it. It is a great buy. Overall, I do recommend the BestGlory Gaming Chair. I think for the price, it's amazing. Everything's really good quality. Everything survived, and it's been very comfortable to sit in. If you would like to purchase your BestGlory Gaming Chair, please look for a link in the description below. We'll send you to Amazon where you can purchase your very own, and every purchase will help support the Eric DIY channel. Appreciate all your support. While you're down there, also push on the bell notifications so that way we can be notified of future Eric DIY video releases. And also, leave a comment below. Tell me what your favorite gaming chair is, or if you would like a gaming chair like this. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Eric DIY. As always, if you like this video, found it useful, please subscribe. And if you have a product that you would like reviewed, please contact Eric by emailing him at eric5150diy@gmail.com. Have a great day.